everybody, it's Patricia and welcome back to my channel. Today it's time for our Chatty Get Ready With Me. So let's get started. I went ahead and did all my skincare and put my primer on. So let's get started. There's lots to chat about going on in the world, and I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, and so I don't want to talk about all this stuff. I am trying to stay positive because it's hard. It's hard when you hear all this stuff. I had the news on a little earlier and I had to turn it off. I refuse to listen to what is being said and accept it as my truth. Now, I'm not being stupid. Believe me, I am self-isolating. I am being extremely careful. I'm not going to, or I choose not to believe that this is going to last months and months and months. And I heard a guy say millions of people lose their jobs. I refuse to believe that. Yeah. So I don't want to think that way. I want to think more happy thoughts. I think we all should find happiness through all this chaos, and yeah, that's what I choose. I'm choosing to do. I'm not. I am watching the news, so I know what is going on, but I am going to try to be a little more choosy about what I listen to, because I know things is going to get worse before it gets better, and but I'm going to choose that it's going to go quickly and not last months and months. That's what I'm hoping. So I've been trying to think positively. What's positives? And I personally am feeling better after last week's chat, where I was self-isolating and didn't even realize that I was just very depressed and not going out. Now I'm definitely not going out at all. I'm choosing for this to be kind of a reboot for me. I am feeling physically better. I have been cleaning my house. I totally scrubbed my kitchen. I mean, I spent, I think, 15 minutes on my can opener. I have the cleanest can opener in town, I guarantee you. But I have been cleaning, scrubbing nooks and crannies and behind pieces of furniture and things that haven't been done since before I got sick. Because, I mean, let's be real. After I got sick, my house just got the basics. You know, dishes washed, clothes washed, counter wiped off a little. Not any kind of major cleaning. I mean, there was... My floor didn't even get vacuumed on a regular basis. The bathroom got cleaned up. But not like a major cleaning. And then, after all of it was over, I still didn't have the energy to do it. Well, now it's getting done. And by doing that, it's making me feel better. So, I don't know if it's making me feel better. Maybe you guys, maybe it'll make you feel better if you could do something. I'm not saying clean your house, but I know I have been in contact with several of you that, and you know who you are, you're my friends. We've been discussing the cleaning we've been doing, and so, see, I'm touching my face. I'm bad to touch my face. That's why I don't think I should go out, because my nose itches all the time. But yeah, we're cleaning, and as soon as I get my massive cleaning done, I'm going to work on some maybe some crafts, some projects. Just read. I've got some books out. Read some books. I'm watching YouTube. I'm trying to stay away from the news as much as possible, but I need to actually listen to the news, so that makes it very hard. It makes it hard, but I'm trying. But I turned off the news this morning. I'm like, okay, I just want to hear the basics, and then I don't want to hear all this speculation of what could happen, because that hasn't happened, and a lot of what the news is very negative. So a lot of what they're saying, I choose to not believe, because I don't want that to happen. If that makes sense. So I'm like, nah, don't want to hear you. So I'm just trying to hear the actual facts of what's going on. So there's not much going on other than stuck in the house, is there? I need to probably call my brother today and check on him. Brian is the only one going in and out of our house. He has to work, and I hope that continues. And as long as he's safe, I hope it continues. And he can't work from home. What he does is in quality expecting parts, and you can't inspect something from a computer in your home. So he does do a lot of work on the computer, but it's not a full-time job what he does on his computer, what he does in his office. But without being able to be there and look at parts, yeah, you can't really do the computer part. So there you go. I know when I was pregnant, I had to work from home because I was put on bed rest. And all of my job I couldn't do at home, and it was very hard. It was very hard going through that. So I sympathize with all of you who are working from home, because, yeah. I was planning on starting a new business, and I had kind of teased you guys about it, saying I didn't want to say anything until I had it up and going. Well, this is not the economy or the time to start a new business. So I am putting that definitely on a back burner. I'm not working on it at all right now. Yeah. Will I start that business this year? I don't know. I'm gonna have to wait and see after we get through all of this before I start a new business adventure. So that's on hold. It's definitely not off the table, but this is not the time. So that's okay. I'm going to focus on YouTube. I've been trying to focus on Instagram, but I think kind of what I've done on Instagram is not the route I want to go. So yeah, I mean, I choose not to spend all day on social media, and I just don't have time to, I don't want to have the time, I don't want to make the time to spend all day between YouTube and Instagram. I choose YouTube. So I'm trying. I'm going to try to stick with Instagram as much as I can. I like to go in there and look, but I don't know. Sometimes you have to pick your battles, even though it's not a battle, but you just have to choose what you want to do with your time and what's most important. That's it. What's most important to you, you know? You know, we're worth something. Our time is worth something. So, yeah. I'm just figuring out some things right now in my head, what I might do. So, I'm glad I have you guys to listen to. Listen to me, hear me ramble. Oh, this shirt. I've had this shirt 2 years. Can you see right here? I just found out today it had elephants on it. I just realized. I've been wearing this shirt for 2 years and didn't realize it has elephants on it. See, there's an elephant on my sleeve up here. See it? Yeah. That's how observant I am. I want to do some home spa stuff, you know. Do some masks, and I do that anyway, but I need to treat myself more to that. And if you don't normally do that, now's the time. Do things that make you feel good. We need to think we are important people. You know what? We deserve the best that we can have, and so that's the way we should live. So I'm going to decide how I spend my time and on what I feel is most important to me. There we go. There we go. Pep talk to me. Alright. I think that looks pretty good. Where am I going to go now? I think I'm going to go ahead and put my bronzer on. And I'm not showing you my bronzer because it's in my project pan. So you have to wait for that. I don't know what kind of eye look I'm going to do today. I didn't have anything in my mind. I actually had a hard time picking out which palette out of all my palettes I've got in projects and in my Shop My Stash. I had a hard time figuring out which palette I wanted to use. So I pulled the Natasha Denona. This is the coral palette I got in my Beautylish. And I went ahead and pulled my Tartelette in Bloom to use with it. And there again, I'm not going to show you my Tartelette in Bloom because it's in a Pan That palette. So, here we go. I'm going to take the lightest color in my Tartelette in Bloom and set my primer, but I first need to put primer on. Now, don't I? Let's put some primer on. I'm using my MAC paint pot in Soft Ochre. My nails have all been breaking. I'm just letting them just be for a while. Just letting them be natural, and because they were looking good and then they started breaking, and so I'm like, whatever phase they're going through, let's let them get through that phase, and then I'll work on them again. I mean, they really are. I broke one curling my hair. I broke a nail curling my hair. So, yeah. So now, I'm going to start with that lightest shade. It's called Charmer. I'm not going to put it on my lid. I'm just putting it under the brow and down to my crease. Okay. It's probably all I'm going to use. That's all I'm going to use out of that palette. Now I'm going into this coral palette. And I'm going to go into this shade. What is that called? Lyra? L-Y-R-I-A. Lyra. I'm not going to use that same brush. I'm going to change brushes. I think I'll wash brushes today. That's a good thing to do. This is a MAC Coral. I have not really played with this palette since I got it. I've played with it a little bit, but not a lot. I think I'm going to switch brushes. I want a fluffier brush. It covers more area than that one I was using. What my brows need done. There we go. Are you guys doing any shopping while all this is going on? Anybody purchasing from the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty? I know I'm on a no buy, but I just have this feeling I don't want to buy anything except for essentials. And that's just me. And I know that's not good for our economy, but me personally, I don't feel like shopping. I'm not looking at anything online to buy. That's just me personally. But yeah, that's where I'm at. What do I want to use? The only other matte in here is in the color Dakota, and it's this dark. I guess let me put that in the crease and on my outer V. I know I was listening to a podcast this morning, and they were talking about having a mindset of a millionaire, and that now's the time to buy on the stock market if you have the money to do it, which I don't. but it makes me nervous. But I guess if you do have the money, now would be the time, because the economy has got to rally back. But the question is, when will that be? And so here, I'm doing what I said I wasn't going to do. Let's change. Happy thoughts. Happy thoughts. No talking about I don't want to talk about the economy. Don't want to focus on it. Okay, do I want to put that on my outer V? I kind of want to try something. Yeah, I'm gonna put that same rust color out here on my outer V. Or do I want to go all the way across with it? Ooh. Do I want to do... I'm going to use all the shades because I can. I'm going to clean out my brush. I'm going to go into this dark shimmer called Lola. It's over here. And I'm going to switch to a different brush. And I'm going on the inner. Oh, that is so pretty. And that's going on dry. That is so pretty. Okay. There we go. Ooh. I like that. I'll clean that out. In the center, there is a shimmer coral. That is called Kai. K-A-I. Let's see. Oh, it performs nicely as well. That is real nice. That looks pretty. I'm going to put a little, if I can, a little bit out here. I'm going to go back in with some more of that rust color, and I'm going to go back over this outer V. And then I think I'm going to take my little liner brush and use that same color and go under my eyes, maybe just the outer portion here. There we go. Inner portion, I'm going to use that lightest shimmer and put that, whoops. A little chunky under there. Alright, now I am going to take, no, I think I'm going to take my finger. I'm going to take my finger with this middle shade, which is Abalone. It's a topper. And I want to top it on this rust color. There we go. That's kind of what I thought. It's going to perform well over a dark shade. Now that's better. That looks better. Yep. There we go. Okay, I am very happy with that. I'm going to put on my liner and mascara, and I'll be right back. Okay, there we go. I like how my eyes turned out. I'm very pleased. They match my elements. Yeah. Okay, now for blush, I'm going to use my my little Essence Satin blush. If I can get it open. It's in Satin Coral. Yep. Pairs great with this. Looks good. Looks good. Now, I'm going to use my Morphe highlighter in Extra. I'm not a big fan of Morphe eyeshadow palettes. I'm going to be honest. But I like this highlighter. Just not a fan of their eyeshadows. In the past, I have decluttered 2 of them. And I have a 3rd one that I may declutter. Not this year, but my next declutter. It probably will go. I like that pop of, like, purple that topper does. I like that. Now my lips. I'm going to line my lips in Kylie Jenner's Head Over Heels. So I'll be right back. Okay, as you can see, I filled in my entire lips. This is very pretty. I would put a gloss on this and call it a day, but I'm going to mix it with my Jeffree Star in Ex-Supermodel. Now, I find this lipstick drying. This is not my favorite formula. I got this in a mystery box. So I'm putting it just in the center. It is very dry, very matte. I think that looks pretty good. I probably should have went with a coral lip, but I don't care. I think this looks good with the coral, especially since it's got the hint of purple. And I brought in my ColourPop So Juicy lip gloss in a roundabout. I'm going to put some of this on. There we go. I love that lip, how it turned out. I love mixing lipsticks. I love mixing foundations. It's my favorite thing to do. I like how that looks. Let's take my glasses off. I don't want to spray anything on it. And we'll set it. And I think we can call it a day. Yeah. I think that turned out really pretty. What do you guys think? So guys, I hope everybody's doing well. I hope nobody is sick. I hope everybody stays well, stay safe, and I am thinking about everybody. Anytime you guys want to write me, my email, findingmytiara@gmail.com. Go ahead. You can find me on Instagram. You can DM me there. I'm on Facebook. You can find me there. My personal Facebook page is Patricia Peek. My Instagram is Patricia Peek, so that's where you can find me. So anyway, guys, thanks for joining me today, and I will see you next time.